attempts. We're ready to go, folks. So, there we go. How are we all doing? I seem to have totally lost it. Oh, it's because I've got it on the wrong way, haven't I? Let's go that way. There we go. There we go. You think after all these years I'd be sort of getting used to this malarkey, wouldn't you? Let's do the old back of the lens as well. Got your fingerprints on it. Good morning, how are we all today? So, bit of a free Orkney fudge competition today. How many miles am I going to have left? I posted this morning on the community post of YouTube, and hi Dave Bell, thanks for joining, and X and Facebook. 194 miles on the gasometer this morning. I've come in and fired it up and it now says 181. 160 miles to go to Penrith. Booths, nice supermarket with nice soup and nice food, and 3 Instavolt rapid chargers. So I'm going to aim for an Instavolt in Penrith, which is 160 miles away. Got 181 on the gasometer, so in theory I've got 21 miles in hand. But it is cold. It's 1 degree this morning, and I do need to visit the petrol station around the corner. Not for fuel, not for petrol, for screen wash. Ran out of screen wash. So, oh, I think I've got the dregs of the screen wash. I need to get some screen wash, so I'm going to pop there and fill up with that first. So less of me waffling. Good morning, Dean. Good morning, Dave Bell. Thanks for joining, folks. 7 people watching, really appreciate it. Great day yesterday, lots of interaction, keeps me company. So it's saying if I leave now, which is 2 minutes to 9, I'm going to get to Penrith at 25 to 12. We've just gone 11:30, by which time I should be ready for something to eat. So let's get going. Again, nice place to stop. Travel lodge here in Perth, reasonably priced, but round the corner from a bank of destination charges from ChargePlay Scotland. So I went and disconnected the car last night. It was about 8:15 in the evening because it was full, and that meant this morning I just had to walk out the front door of the Travel Lodge Hotel.
Please turn third left, then take the next left turn.
So easy peasy yesterday. I think I plugged in about
Please turn next left.
2:30 yesterday afternoon, and it was full on a fast charger. It was full by about 8:15. Right, diving in here to a petrol station. Not been to one of these for years. How quaint. Got to get some screen wash. Find somewhere to park. Car care, blah de blah de blah. Let's go here. Right, I'll leave you staring at wood kindling on the cash machine. David Burton, good morning. Mr. Stovey's chilly morning. Is the range meter more accurate than the Kia than in the? Yes, it is. The range estimator in this is rubbish, to be honest. Not rubbish, but it's a bit inaccurate. He's back, Sam Clark, Sam Buxton, thank you. Good morning, Tony Cleave. Thanks for joining, folks. Right, I'm going to get some screen wash, and I'll be back in a jiffy. 6.99. Goodness me. Of course the French put the bonnet pull the other side. They like to annoy us to the French. Right, I'm back. Morning, Martin. Oh, thanks. It's going to make it tricky. See, I like a bit of trepidation, don't I? Anyway, stopped at the petrol station, folks, for some screen wash. $6.99 for screen wash. Can't do without a proper screen wash in any car, but particularly if you're going down to the motorway. Imperative that you have a screen wash. Right, let's get going. Now don't forget to go into the community post and leave a guess as to how many miles you think I'll have left without stopping. How do you get out of here when you've come in the wrong way? I'm guessing you go out this way. Exit, yeah, we go. How many miles do you think we'll have left? I reckon I'm going to have about 10 miles left by the time I get to Booth's supermarket in Penrith, which is 160 miles
Please
away.
turn next left, then take the next right turn immediately.
It's going to be tight, but again, after 2.5 hours driving, I'm going to be ready to stop anyway.
Leave the roundabout at the
Depends on
first
your speed.
exit.
Yeah, it does depend on my speed, but I'm going to drive normally. Obviously, the faster you go, the more energy.
After 400 yards, leave the roundabout at the second exit and follow the A9 towards Stirling.
The more energy you're going to chomp through. Concentrate. I'm not taking any wrong turnings. Come in.
Please turn left.
Right.
Follow the road for 26 miles.
Okie dokie. So what's everyone been saying this morning? How do you stop the nozzles from freezing electric car? Mine always freeze up and I can't spray the windscreen. Put some stronger screen wash in. There was some more expensive screen wash that goes down to -10, but I don't need that, so I've just bought the bog standard stuff, which I think is probably -5. I've said it 11, good luck. Thank you, Phil. Whoever guesses spot on will get some Orkney fudge. When I'm back on Orkney next week, I'll post it down to you. You can direct message me with your address and I will send you some Orkney fudge, just for a bit of fun. It's misty down in Stirling. It is, Tim. Thanks for joining. 29 of you joining, thank you. If you got a moment whilst you're on the old YouTube live stream, can you give us a thumbs up? Give me a like, because it helps with the algorithm of YouTube. And you know what YouTubers are like. We just want to be in front of more and more people. So give us a like, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. 12 people have just hit the like button. Really appreciate it. 13, thank you. Never answered strongest screen wash. Simple answer, JP. Strongest screen wash. Correct. Please use proper screen wash. You know, for years people used to go, oh, put a bit of fairy liquid in my screen. No, it can clog up your nozzles, wreck the pump. Just use proper screen wash. Same thumb. Thank you. Done. Thank you, Martin. Impressed with my 40 kilowatt EMV 80,000 watt. Yeah. That's nice. Simple goods, yeah. Light goods, 120 mile range. Excellent. Yeah. It's really good. And the EMV 200 is shaped like a brick as well. So getting that good 120 mile range is good. Yeah, use proper screen wash. Alfred's minus 25 all year round. Bulk buy spring when they sell it off. Bulk buy screen wash. Now there's a top tip. Yeah. Well, you're going to use it, well, why not? And it's not just the fact it doesn't freeze in low temperatures, it's the fact something that doesn't smear and leave your windscreen greasy. There's a lot of advantages of having proper screen wash. You want to see out the car properly in all weathers. When it's baking hot, you want to wash the windscreen and have a streak-free finish so you can see out of it. So it's not just for freezing temperatures, it's summer as well. Martin of little faith, bail out before Penrith have got lots of choice. Yeah, I know I have, but I'm confident I won't be bailing out. Let's put it that way. So if you've joined from yesterday, you know what this is all about. But if you're joining for the first time, I'm driving a 70 plate Renault Zoe, 50 kilowatt hour. That's done 115,235 miles. I'm driving it down to Leicester. I normally take my e-Niro, but I'm not because my mum wants to possibly buy this off me because her car's been written off. She's fine. It was hit while she wasn't in the car, and it was minimal damage. But the insurance company wrote it off. Camper van, bane of our lives in Scotland. So yeah, I'm driving it down to Leicester, and if she buys it, I'm flying back. Not very eco-friendly, but there you go. How cold is it today, JP? It was 1 degree, it's now showing 3 degrees. Are you cheating with that seat heating pad? Michael, as if I'd cheat. I'm interested in a Mini EV. Do all of them have CCS? Yes. I've stopped using Gretna Services and used the new Ions at Starbucks in Carlisle. 12, 350 kilowatt, hard to get used, wow. I've got you down for just 9 miles, JP, don't let me down. Do my best, Michael. MG4. So I hope everybody's well today. It's a gorgeous morning here in Penrith, Perth. I'm getting my Perths and my Penriths mixed up. It's because it begins with P. I've just left Perth in Scotland, not Perth, Australia. I'm heading down to Penrith. Been to Penrith Booths supermarket. Got a really nice cafe upstairs. Do really nice like home bakes and nice soups. It's a lovely place to stop. Upstairs at Booths supermarket, have some lunch whilst you look down on your car at a rapid charger. So that is where I'm heading for. And then from there down to Leicestershire. I'm going to visit my daughter first, Harriet, and that's about another 160 miles. So I may do a little splash and dash after Penrith. I might stop at Wetherby just for 20 minutes to top up so I can get down to Leicester easily. Morning Dennis. David, 8 miles. I've got to go. Checking later. Thank you, Martin. Check that later. That's brilliant. So I came down to Stirling about 6 weeks ago with my wife Ursula, who had an eye operation. I came down the Nero. Again, we stayed at the Travel Lodge at Broxton, Park and Ride. Stirling was only 10-12 miles away. It's just a good place to be based out of with all those chargers literally round the corner. So if you're coming up to Scotland, or you're from Orkney or North of Scotland coming south, it's a great place to stop. Perth, Broxton Park and Ride and the Travel Lodge. Like yesterday, I've been up since 5 AM and I got to Broxton at 2:30 in the afternoon. I was done. I was ready to stop. It's always a good place to stop. Doing 60 miles an hour, folks. Overtaking trucks. No eco driving for me today. Right, quick update after just a few minutes. 151 miles to go, 168 on the gasometer. So although it started off with 190 something, all EVs will do this. They will recalibrate after you've been driving for a while.
Prepare to drive straight soon and follow the A9.
I will. So this is normal. It's nice. It looks like my chat is staying up on the screen, which is useful. No, it's not. It's now going again. Hide all chat. Top chat. Just leave that. Oh, hey, up some more chats here. I'm missing all this. Thank you. What was the range when you set off? I put something in the chat. Oh dear, I'm going to have to go back. Sorry, I'm missing all this chat. Tony Glee, Booths, good in Windermere too. Nice. David Cooks, good morning from sunny Leicester. Down there tomorrow. Oh, later on today. Sandy, based in London, Model Fest, free supercharging. Do I get free supercharging in Europe? Yes.
Follow the road for 16 miles.
The range when I set off indicated was 194. I've put it in a commuter post this morning. It's now obviously readjusted itself. And then these mileages is what you will think I'm going to be left with. E-Gold, 15 miles. Tony, 20 miles. Electric Mike, good morning Electric Mike. Good morning, Mr. JP. Computer branch line, thank you. That could be my new name. 13 miles, I'm looking for stop. Before. Fine, Paul. If your bladder can hold out, then I say you'll have 15 miles spare. Now, Harvardam. Yeah, I've had one cup of tea this morning, but I do have my bottle of water. Do have my secret weapon. Avoid tea and coffee and just have water is the secret to not having bladder anxiety when you're a man of a certain age. So water is the future, folks. But thanks for all your suggestions. 15 miles. I think I'll have about 10. Dennis, yes, Mrs. P would get more. Yeah, let's not go there. She beat me once on the efficiency front. I think there was a number of factors. There was a headwind when I went down and a tailwind when she drove back. But she got back to scrubs to that time with more range than me. I can say that quite freely because she never watches my videos and never watches live streams, so I can say what I want without getting into trouble. So as we get further and further down into Englandshire, the scenery does get a little bit more boring. It's still quite pleasant here as we hit the outskirts of Stirling. Where are you all from today? Jude Brown, good morning. With you for a few minutes, thank you, Jude. Nice to have you with me. It's a long drive, nearly 3 hours. Yeah. Sunny in Hertfordshire this morning, nice. Stop stirring, Michael. When Mrs. P beat you soundly, JP was not there. Was the car heavier because there was two of you in it? Hello, Adrian Lansdowne from Leicestershire. It's grey, very grey. Is that Leicestershire in general or the weather? I do come from Leicester. I used to live in Leicestershire, not far from a place called Desford. And I moved to Orkney 11 years ago. Leicestershire is where the amazing I forgot his YouTube channel, Matt Armstrong lives, who rebuilds cars on YouTube. He is very, very entertaining. So Matt Armstrong, his base is in a place called Mallory Park, next to a racetrack. And I like watching Matt Armstrong. Electric vehicles, but he's so entertaining to watch when he re-wheels cars that have been written off and crashed. And of course he does lots of exotic stuff, but it's entertaining to watch. So yeah, Matt Armstrong, and Matt's got a very strong Leicestershire accent. It's like being back at home when I watch Matt Armstrong. Miles from Glasgow, just a point of reference. I'm in Kent, right, Essex, rugby. Who'd have thought? 41 people watching a man drive a car. No. Wales, Goole, East Yorkshire, good morning, Adrian. Kent, Crayford, Brisk, Bishop, Auckland. Proper Leicester. Proper Leicester, innit? Yeah. Good morning to you all, and thank you for watching a man drive south in an electric vehicle. Wales, nice and sunny. Elliot, thank you. I will have a safe, happy journey. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Birmingham, my wife's from Birmingham. Well, she doesn't have a Birmingham accent because she went to a posh school that had it drummed out of her. But Ursula's brother Nigel, who may be watching this, he's a proper Brummie, and you wouldn't think they were brother and sister because they sound entirely different. Sunny Sheffield. I had someone yesterday from New York watching, and somebody from Canada watching, which was pretty mind-blowing. Cumbria, bottom end of the Lake District, 2 Zoes in this household, nice. Sunny-ish Leeds. Good morning from Downpatrick, County Down, in Northern Ireland. Dry, clear and crispy 4 degrees. I don't do accents, but I do like to try Northern Ireland. Nice to have you from Northern Ireland, Downpatrick. It's not meant to be an insult, it's just meant to be a laugh at my feeble attempt at accents. Northern Ireland. Stop it now. Wonder if you can buy a non-iron shirt from Northern Ireland. Today I bought a Northern Ireland shirt from Northern Ireland. Oh dear. Got it, JP. Are you okay? Right, serious, Sandy Land, serious. Do you think EVs should provide sellers of EVs battery health check, standard, confidence buyers, especially newbies buying the first? Yes, I do. So when I used to sell EVs for a living, since sold the business, I'd just give a Leaf Spy screenshot in my videos. And that definitely helped people have confidence. I've recently done a video on my YouTube channel about British car auctions, one of the biggest auction houses in the UK, who are now offering a battery condition report. And just watch the video, because I do have some concerns about it as to whether it's of any accuracy or makes any sense to the layman. But to be honest, Sandy, if you do your research, you'll realise that a lot of EVs, they'll have 100% showing even at 70, 80,000 miles, such as the Korean cars, because they built a buffer in the battery. So I think, so the manufacturers could do more with the onboard diagnostics, so you can actually look at something on the dash that would tell you the state of health of the battery, like the early Nissan Leaf had battery capacity bars, and the current Nissan Leaf, you get to scroll through some menus and you can see the capacity. But yeah, as a seller, if you know your stuff, you're going to realise that is what customers are going to want to know, so advertise it. But obviously there's going to be some EVs that are not going to show 100% state of health, and people are going to go, well, I don't want something with 95% state of health, I'll pay a little bit more and buy something with 100% state of health. So you've got to ask yourself, is a seller going to want to be honest and upfront and say it's at 95%, whereas the car next door is at 100? They said the time at 10%, no paperwork. Well, it would be on the Ionic because they build a buffer in, Jude. So it is something that newbies want to know. But folks, all lithium-ion batteries will degrade over time. It's whether some manufacturers will build a buffer. What do I mean by a buffer? Well, the Kia e-Niro 64 kilowatt hour actually has, I'm listing up, I on the swimming pool, it's the windscreen, isn't it? Yeah, the Kia e-Niro has, it's called a 64 kilowatt hour, but its actual capacity, its actual size of pack is 67. So there is 3 kilowatts of stored energy that is never accessible. And so that means when the batteries do degrade, you don't see it. You don't see a drop in range for years and years, because what has degraded is invisible and not usable. Now, some manufacturers, the Koreans do that, but the other manufacturers don't. Stellantis, for instance, don't. Not that I know of. Yeah, buy yourself a scanner, 95%. Yeah, brilliant, that's good, Jude. Doesn't have any destination. Yeah, so I think a lot of hotels are going to start to have to wake up to the fact that you'll get more customers if you've got destination charging at your hotel. Cleveland EV offered Altium check. Yeah, it's good. So a lot of sales people will do a report, like specialists like Cleveland EV and James with the Cleveland Mobile Service. They'll do your report. And obviously there's a cost involved. They're going to charge you for that because their equipment costs thousands of pounds. So they will charge you a small fee to get yourself a report. Right, 137 miles to go, 146 on the gasometer. So I've got 11 miles in hand. It's now 2 degrees outside. The other key to great efficiency, folks, if you didn't know, is tyre pressures. I've got these pumped up to 40 psi. Recommended is, I think it's 36, but just those 4 extra pounds per square inch of pressure give you less rolling resistance. So you roll more. And then your efficiency improves a lot. So I always stick 40 in every car. Have you ever thought of getting a decent mic? I have. I've got several mics, but the phone I've got, you can't plug a mic in. It's, yeah. Thank you, Jude. I've got several mics. My vlogging camera from my videos has got a brilliant inbuilt mic, but off the phone there's probably a lot of background noise. I'm sorry from the car, but hey, thanks for watching. But my Galaxy, whatever it is, hasn't got a jack for plugging in a mic. I suppose I could get a wireless one, but yeah, Jude. Is that lorry on fire? Steaming.
After 3/4 of a mile, leave the roundabout at the 3rd exit and follow the M9 towards Glasgow.
Can you Bluetooth the mic to the phone? I suppose I could. Right, got to concentrate. Bit of B, bit of regen. Battery's cold, so doesn't always pull back.
Leave the roundabout at the third exit.
A cold battery will not accept charge as readily as a warm battery. It also affects the regen as well. So, oh dear, certain manufacturers, Tesla in particular, will allow you to preheat the battery before you get to a supercharger. So by the time you get to the supercharger, it's at a perfect temperature to accept the charge as quickly as possible. And that's done automatically, which is brilliant.
Follow the road for 19 miles.
Look at the mist in front, folks. That's Stirling Castle, surrounded by cloud. That looks awesome. Can you see it just above the trees to the left? Wow. I'd love to stop, but it's probably not legal to stop on the road shoulder to take a photograph. Can you see that over the on the left? Stirling Castle poking up through some very low cloud. That looks awesome. Oh, it's gone now. It's just back up there, you can see it. It would have been a cracking shot. Right, we're missing the chat. You can get a YouTube streaming app and you can set the video resolution. Okay. I'm just a bit deaf. Okay. Okay. Conductors have got the cars. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting, Michael. Let's have a look at that. Bit of fog. Auto headlights are not on, so I'm going to put the auto headlights on. £132 miles to go, 143 on the gasometer. MG4. Big battery, nice. Oh no, I'm not convinced this is Scott. Looks far too, what did you say? Far too what? Far too pleasant. That's what's under the bridge near my house. Alright, okay. Which bridge is that then, Tim? Just gone underneath the walk bridge. What's the most expensive car you've ever bought at auction? That was with James when I bought a Tesla Model S back in, was it 2014? 2015? Went to Nottingham to buy for a customer in Ireland. I don't know whether it was Northern Ireland. And that was £43,000. And I stood in the hall bidding. It's actually on my YouTube channel. I think it's under the Tesla playlist or Trade Insights or something. But yeah, sticking my hand up to buy a £44,000 EV, and the customer had left me a £250 deposit. But I'd had lots of conversations with him. I think his name was a Mr. King actually, and he was true to his word. Paid for the car, flew over. James picked him up from East Midlands Airport, and then he drove it back to Ireland. Sorry folks, I'm missing some chat. Wendy, good morning Wendy, thanks. The one that takes the A811 into Stirling, not a footbridge, just west of Stirling, on the Curse. Okay, thanks Tim. So this is all familiar stamping ground for you then. It's saying I'm coming up to Stirling services in a mile and a half. Oh dear, been there a few times. For years Stirling services had one sole Ecotricity Rapid. For years, just one. And I remember pulling up in Nesson Leaf, breathing a sigh of relief when you realise that there was nobody on the Rapid. Ecotricity, obviously now, was taken over by GridServe. Thank you, Jude. Hope you have a good day too. Thanks for joining. And thanks for all the likes, folks, as well. Appreciate that. I do see the sun breaking through, burning off this fog. The fog just seemed to be in Stirling, to be honest. Seems to be clearing now. I need a drink. Where am I heading today? I'm heading down to ultimately Leicester, but I'm going to stop at Booths in Penrith, and I'm going to plug into some Instavolt chargers there. Now, Booths is 126 miles away, and I've got 134 on the gasometer. So I'm 8 miles in hand. I did put something out on the socials saying if somebody wants to guess how many miles I have left, and whoever guesses correctly will get some Orkney fudge. Oh dear. If you were going on a foreign road trip, which country would you go to? Well, funny you should say that. In December, we're going to drive to the south of Spain in my Kia e-Niro for some warm temperatures, because Orkney through December, January, February is pretty grim because of lack of sunlight. So December the 27th, we're leaving Orkney and we're heading down to Channel Tunnel and down through France and down through Spain. I'll be taking my Electroverse RFID card with me, as well as the app. And Electroverse, which is like a provider of it allows you to access dozens, and I mean dozens, of charge providers throughout Europe. So back in the day, you had to have several foreign RFID cards or foreign accounts in order to access rapid chargers on the continent, and now you don't have to. And of course, if you've got a Tesla, you can just plug into any supercharger anywhere on the planet, and it will charge your car, or charge your Tesla. And of course, Tesla have opened up a lot of their chargers as well. Yeah, it's a lovely Scottish morning. Thanks, Roger. P to 13 miles, yeah, 13 or 10 is what I reckon. Spain in January and February will be excellent long distance excursion. Yeah, we flew down to the south of Spain, around near Valencia actually, where the floods have happened last January, and that's when I hired that Polestar from Hertz. I don't do hot temperatures, and it was 22 to 24, 25 degrees in January. It was perfect. Slept at night with the windows open on the hotel room. So yeah, I couldn't do Spain in the summer. I bet it won't be 13 miles on the gasometer when you reach Schnapp Summit. Yeah, it won't be. It's great, so it's on to us. I'll go for it. Yeah. Well, the Channel Tunnel's booked. Monty, my dog, is having to have loads of paperwork done so we can get him out of the country. We've got to get some paperwork done in France to get him back into the UK as well, which is a bit bizarre. But no, I'm really looking forward to a proper road trip. Thanks for watching, Commuter Branch Line. Yeah, I was impressed with the Polestar. Just a bit cramped. I think it looks great, but not particularly efficient. Although the gasometer in the Polestar was wildly out. It was either really pessimistic or really optimistic. It wasn't very accurate at all. But I do believe the very latest Polestars, they've sorted it out with a software update. So the gasometer in the Polestars is more accurate than it used to be. I tell you, if you're in Spain, check out Hertz, the rental people, for hiring an EV. All of the EVs were a lot cheaper than petrol and diesel ones they had, cars. Really surprising. I think for a week, I'm trying to remember now, was it like 150 quid for a week or something? It was ridiculously cheap. Like half the price of a petrol or a diesel. We stayed in a hotel that had free overnight charging as well. They had some Tesla destination chargers that were free to use. I think I rapid charged once before to get back to Hertz, so it went back with the same static charge that I picked it up with. But apart from that one public rapid charge, the rest of the electricity was free from the hotel. We did, I think I did about 800 miles in the week. Oh, Hertz was the same when I went, yeah. What is it with BMW styling? I don't get the back end of that car at all. Has it got the big ugly grille at the front? It's just the electric ones.
Prepare to take exit 4 on the left and follow the M73 towards Rudelsburg.
In 6 miles? That is very... Talk about giving you a bit of warning. Prepare to turn left in 6 miles. Yeah. Is this a new Max's van? I don't recognise this. Is this one of the electric ones? 72 plate. Let's have a look. Can I see an exhaust? I can't. Oh, it's one of the Chinese delivery 3. Yeah, it's electric. Shanghai Motor Company or whatever it's called. It's nice to see. I've not actually seen one in the flesh before. Yeah, sweet spot for all EVs. 52 miles an hour. He's following a lorry. He's shaped like a brick. That will maximise his range. So on the right hand side is a services and a cafe called, is it Odd Bins or Old Bins or Old Inns Cafe, and that's where I sort of didn't help progress EV take-up when I rolled into there and plugged in through the window with a granny cable and I was racing James. 11 miles remaining, 18 miles remaining. That was your guess. Was it Sean? Thanks, Sean. I'm changing my MG5 long range next year. What do you think is the best value to go for? Well, if it's, I'd get another MG5. Although I think James was telling me the new MG4 estate is going to come out, and they're promising solid state batteries. So that might be interesting. You've been in the slipstream of the lorry at a fair distance. I'm saying 15 left. You've sussed me, Starlight. Yeah. So it depends what you need. MG5 long range, but I'm changing. So I'm guessing, Duncan, are you changing your lease? By next year, MG might have something else. But if you're leasing, you've got lots of choice, and it'll be down to, I'm guessing, price. Light right foot hypermiler, lol. Well, listen, I've got 117 miles to go and 130 on the gasometer. 116 miles to go. So I've got, come on Portsfield, 13 in hand. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Duncan. So apparently the MG4 estate is going to come out, and that's going to replace the MG5, according to my good friend James of Cleveland Mobile. Lots of choice now in the market compared to 10 years ago when it was very limited choice, either a Zoe or a Leaf basically, or the Tesla. What's the choice now? Particularly from the Chinese. I think the motor world and the manufacturer landscape is going to change in the next 5 years in a big way. I think some of the legacy brands, Ford,
Prepare to take exit 4 on the left and follow the M73 towards Rudelsburg.
Stellantis Group, I think that, you know, they must be really worried with the Chinese coming out with some great value EVs with amazing range, great tech. Of course, Tesla always in the background. There's a lot's going to happen. Tuck in behind the lorry. Stellantis a goose. Yeah, I think they are. I really do. All the 50 kilowatt hour Stellantis cars, the Mocha, the Citroens, the Peugeots, they're just not very efficient. Thanks, Duncan.
Take exit 4 on the left and follow the M73 towards Rudelsburg.
They're just really not efficient. Oh, I've got another Renault Zoe behind me in that very nice bright poppy blue. Right, got to concentrate. I'm turning off here, heading towards Carlisle on the M74. It's a 71 plate blue Renault Zoe.
Take the exit on the left.
Miles in hand.
Prepare to bear left soon and follow the M74 towards Carlisle.
That's what I'm doing. She's a bit laggy. Yeah, true. Renault do seem to be doing the best. They keep dabbling in this, you know, hybrid thing, plug-in hybrids. I'm guessing they just don't know where the market's going to go. With the buying public, we're just in a crossover time, aren't we? Right, time to avoid this lorry now. Mackey's supposed to get a heat pump next year. A bit too late, yeah. Volkswagen and Ford are struggling, yeah. It's a changing landscape. Manufacturers don't know which way to jump. These legacy manufacturers, you know, they've got massive manufacturing facilities making engines and gearboxes and assembly lines, and they're just, it's like a millstone around their necks. And manufacturers like some of the Chinese brands have adapted really quickly, and Tesla of course have never made an internal combustion engine. What's the thump? Sounds like you're being rear-ended. Coffee. What do I think of the new Kia Niro EV3? I think it looks very nice. I can't wait to test drive one, if Kia will lend one. The upcoming ID2 looks good though. Yeah, they should have carried on making the Volkswagen E-Up. E-Up's a cracking little car. Ford Explorer drives really well. I'm not sure who would pay that money. Right, we've got a Ford garage on Orkney and Kirkwall, Tullocks. I've asked them if I could borrow one to review, but they've not got back to me. EV3's got an annoying spec. Why is that annoying spec? Let us all know what's annoying about it. Dave. I've not really looked at the specs, to be honest. For me, I'd want electric memory seats, heated steering wheel, not bothered about sunroof, adaptive cruise, remote preheating, app connectivity. Feeling very included in this conversation as we have an E-Up and an MG5. Nice, Chris! The E-Up is awesome. I love the E-Up, and the MG5 is a mile muncher. Got a nice setup in your drive there, sir. But I did have someone asking me the other day. It seems to be a little Achilles heel, just to let you know, Chris, is if you can't charge your Volkswagen E-Up, it's because the selector isn't registering, it's in park. And there was a forum I read that on, and it seems to be an issue with some Volkswagen E-Ups, and by default Seat Me and Skoda Citigo. It was a similar issue actually on the Mitsubishi i-MiEV, Citroen C0, Peugeot Ion, is that the car wouldn't always register when it was in P for park and wouldn't allow
Prepare
you
to bear left soon and follow the M74 towards Carlisle.
Soon. So yeah, that's just something to be aware of. Requires top spec to get sunroof and non-PTC heater. 40k. 40k, Dave. Wow. Yeah. 4 years away, Michael. Yeah. Okay. Top spec level 2 level 4s. It's very similar. Okay. Yeah, I think I've read that as well. There's some things I now couldn't do without.
Bear left after 3/4 of a mile and follow the M74 towards Carlisle.
Right, I'm just going to concentrate, because if I don't, I'll miss the junction. Right, he wants to go across. Let him go in.
Please bear next left.
I'm doing it. 107 miles to go. 126 on the gasometer. 19 miles in hand, folks. 4 degrees outside. Strange that the sat-nav keeps popping up a little notice saying you will not reach your destination, find a nearer charging point. Rubbish. It's been very, very nanny. Look really stupid if I do run out, but you know. 107 to go, 127 on the goal.
Prepare to bear right soon and follow the M74 towards Carlisle.
19 miles in the bank. Nice. Do I have to pull out? No, it's good. $26 for the win. Mike, I appreciate your confidence, I really do. So for those that are joining late, if you go onto my X feed or my Facebook page, whoever guesses the correct amount I'll have left will win some Orkney fudge. I'll post it to you. Orkney fudge up for grabs, folks. Matt Armstrong gives away a very expensive performance car. I give away fudge. Sort of says it all, really, doesn't it? So if you do want to guess, Paul, please leave it in my X feed, Twitter, or on the community post, because I can't read these messages afterwards if you guess right. So if any of you are watching and want to guess, and you are guessing, that's great. Please leave it on the community post in YouTube, because then I've got a record of who it is and I can message you if you get it wrong. But leave it in the chat, yeah, but also leave it somewhere else so I can read it later. Does that make sense? I sent 24 on Twitter. Thank you. Is Kilbride to the left. So the other services on the other side of the road, sort of northbound, is Hamilton services. They used to stop there regularly. All the EVs I drove up from Leicestershire for that one poultry sold ecotricity charger back in the day. Yeah, stopped there many times.
Prepare to bear right soon and follow the M74 towards Carlisle.
Seems really wrong, doesn't it? Sitting cruising with two vacant lanes to your left, but this is the lane to stay in to carry straight on. So I'm not being undertaken for driving too slow. I'm in the correct lane.
Bear right after 3/4 of a mile and follow the M74 towards Carlisle.
Because I'm doing that. Foggy again, isn't it? It's the second car I've seen with a flat rear tyre. Vehicle. See, one thing that does irritate me, people put fog lights on when it don't need a rear fog light, and then it can stay on all day. Turn off your fog light. The fog's gone. Really,
please
really
bear next right.
It's like they've discovered a button and they just love to see it on and then just forget the fact they're dazzling people in the back. Turn off your rear fog light. Look, there's no fog.
Follow the road for 101 miles.
Calm down. Who's with me on rear fog lights? Who finds it irritating when they leave them on? Yeah, true. Use branch light does seem expensive compared to the revamped Model 3. Now, is Elon going to bring out a Model 2? He had that weird looking robo-taxi thing, didn't he? With no steering wheel, no pedals. And then he was quoted as saying it's unnecessary to have a $25,000 smaller EV. So we don't know whether he's going to launch one or not. I don't know. Who knows what Mr. Musk is going to do? My personal opinion is he is quite brilliant. Never bet against Mr. Musk. You know, he's not done anything yet that's fallen flat on his face. leaving politics out of it, he does seem to achieve the impossible. So my sat-nav is saying I'm going to get to Penrith at 12:15. It's now 8 minutes past 10. I've got another hour and a half. And I'd like to report my bladder is fine. Just thought you'd like to know that. I struggle to keep policy something. Don't believe everything I read on Tinternet, but yeah. X, as in Twitter. I mean, when it comes to politics, I mean, can you think of any government that's ever satisfied the needs of the people? Ever? There's always someone moaning about what someone else is doing or not doing. And that's just human governments, isn't it? They just don't work. There's always someone to moan about something. There'll always be corruption in government. Say, is it power corrupts, but power corrupts absolutely? I can't remember now. "99 miles to go, 118 on the gone. 19 miles in hand, folks. 118 miles range at 64% is what the collar is telling me. All good to get to Penrith booths at around 11:45, which is perfect timing for a bit of lunch. Posh Marks and Spencer's, isn't it? I put a post on Zoe Owners Club this morning on Facebook, which whoever runs it has left it on, which is nice. So if there's any Zoe owners watching, this is just a good test to show you what a centre plate ZE50, being the 50 kilowatt hour battery, what it's capable of when it's got 115,293 miles on the clock. I.e., this battery is not yet ready to be recycled. It's still got lots of usableness in it. Elon's building now, apparently. Yeah. True, I wish he'd just stick to engineering, to be honest. But he seems to have his fingers in lots of pies. Tim, still a lot of climbing to do though. What's your cruising speed at the minute? My cruising speed is 60 miles an hour. Must be babbling brook time. Michael, stop it. It's it. That's put that thought in my head now. I'm going to think of deserts, parched ground. I I'm not going to read any more comments from Michael, because he's going to say other water noise related text. But if he leaves a comment and it pops up on the screen, I'm going to read it. But if I see Michael, I'm going to look over it. See, you've said Babbling Brook, but I've had no response from my bladder region. My brain is quite happy with that thought, but I'm going to think about something else in case my brain dwells on it for too long. Who's reminding me to watch again? Oh, thank you, Michael Fowler. Look, it's very small. The sun the roofs don't work for him. Michael, stop it. Solar roofs, I think, are they not still making the solar tiles? He bought a company called Solar City, didn't he? I think that went pear-shaped. I don't know what he's doing on the old solar front. Those solar tiles did look amazing. Oh, there's a signpost over there. Carn Lodge Services, new ultra rapid charger, 64p per kilowatt hour. At Ken Lodge? Interesting. It must be downhill to Penrith, I think it is. Well, I'm coming from Scotland down to Leicester. That's downhill, isn't it? From north to south. I'm joking. Where's Ken Lodge? Is that another word for T-Bay? Ken Lodge Services. Oh, Westmoreland and Applegreen now at Cambridge. Oh yeah, okay. I thought Cairn Lodge was that. So which Tesla should I go get 18 with 100,000 or 21 with 50? It's up to you. Electric mic. If you get one with under 50,000 miles, it'll still be under warranty. 4 years, 50,000 miles. Get one with over 100,000 miles. Probably had any issues sorted out. Look at some warranty companies, and now you're able to buy an aftermarket warranty to cover things. Warranty Wise, I think. Have a look at Warranty Wise online, see exactly what it covers, just for that peace of mind. It wouldn't bother me. Crumbs, I'm driving a French car with 115,000 miles on it. So my sat-nav is saying in 1.7 miles I'm going to have 30s delay of slow moving traffic. Is that 30 seconds of slow moving traffic? I don't know what 30s means on my central display. Don't know. 59%, 105 miles left. I've averaged 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour, which is not bad for a damp, cold Scottish morning. 4 degrees outside. wind turbines. This one's not turning, but the ones over to the left are all spinning. Right, this must be the slower speeds. Okay, so in 1/10 of a mile, there we go. Oh, badly anticipated. I want to touch the brakes. Pains me a lot. Oh, 30s. I might be a speed limit of 30 miles an hour for the roadworks. That's what that means. I thought it meant 30 seconds of slow speeds. This is going to improve my consumption, isn't it? Can't go faster than 30. Why do EV drivers love roadworks? Would like the sports wheels? No, don't go for the sports wheels. They curb really easily and they're less efficient. You need a tall, thinner tyre. So go for the 19s, Mike. If I get my Model Y, I don't want the turbine. They'll always look nice, but no. Back behind the lorry again, don't we notice? Wow, this roadworks is going on for miles, folks. My consumption is going to go through the roof. 30 miles an hour. Look, there's the sign, 30. Can't go any faster. Well, it's like contraflow as well, isn't it? Safety of the workers and all that. $91 miles to go, 106 on the gasometer. That's 9 plus 9 off. Hang on. 91 and 107. 91, 101. That's 16. Oh, it's now 107 mile range. Yeah, 16 miles in hand. This is what I used to do in Mitsubishi IMEVs. I remember driving up through the Cairngorms about 10 years ago, and it was like -10, and I was aiming for Aviemore Rapid, and I had turtle mode. I had 3 miles to go in turtle mode, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I thought this is bad. So I just reduced my speed. There was nothing on the road, and I just drove at 20 miles an hour for about 3 miles, and I got to the rapid charger. So if you're really pushing it, you can just crawl along at a really slow pace. In fact, I did it once in this when I bought the Zoe and I was aiming for my mum's. I totally miscalculated it, and I drove for like 10 miles on the hard shoulder with my hazard lights on. It's in a video. Just to reduce my speed, because I knew if I ran out, because where my mum lives is near Foss Park, and there was it's like 8 lanes of traffic, massive island. I thought if I run out in the middle of that, that's dangerous. So I just reduced my speed on the hard shoulder, hazard lights on, and it meant I could join the traffic, drive at normal speeds for the last half a mile to my parents, and I made it with like 0%. So there are things you can do, but like driving this sort of speed, should you need to, will help your range. There's a lot of roadworks. And there was appearance and telling you what it's going to do. tells what your wheels are going to like if you're doing more than 20 miles an hour. It's just for us blokes in it to stand and look at them. And the tyres are more expensive, low profile. Yes, they handle better on a track. On the limit, you'll have a bit more grip. But for this sort of driving, mate, you just want a nice, boring, tall, 19-inch tyre on a Tesla for that maximum efficiency. On the track, yes, you want a wider, fatter, lower profile tyre to pull you out of that corner that bit quick. Well, when are you going to do that? Cheaper, less scuffable because you've got plastic trims. Go for a 19-inch tyre on a Tesla. But I saw a Tesla Model Y I really fancied, and what put me off was the fact it had sporty black turbine wheels on, or whatever they're called. Oh, blue flashing lights over there. Is that wide load? Yeah, very wide load. With a police escort. It's like a porter cabin, like a mobile office. Okay. Rejoin my main carriageway. Oh, have I got to speed up again? Boo hoo. We've got more roadworks. Sorry for any delay. End national speed limit. It's nice actually. The Zoe's car did actually say 30 miles an hour through the roadworks. Now it's saying 70. That's good, isn't it? So the Zoe either recognises the sign through its camera or from the Google base sat nav. Don't know. Right, what's that done for the range? 88 to go, 103 on the gasometer. That is 14. Yeah, 14 in hand. It's gone up 2 by just backing off. Cane Lodge Services, T-Bay. I could stop at T-Bay and do a quick rapid, but then you'd all miss out on the opportunity for fudge, and I know you love a bit of fudge. The 19s on the Model 3 are the sweet spot, in my opinion. 20s on the Y. Do like T-Bay. All motorway services should be like T-Bay services, and also the one down in Gloucester. Just proper food. Why do services have to go into one-armed bandits and machines for kids to sit on and ride and make those annoying noises? And yeah, but the services in France were a bit like T-Bay, you know, proper food. Cheeses. They seem to be stuck in the past, don't they? Yeah, Cane Lodge Services, farm shop and kitchen, T-Bay. Islands to the woods, the turbines. You sound like a grumpy old man, I do. Sound like Victor Meldrew, I don't believe it. Turn your fog lights off. Driving an hour and a half. I could do with stopping at T-Bay, but I'm not. In fact, somebody answered on X my post about today's trip, and he was quite vocal in saying this is why our EVs are so ridiculous, because you can only get 180 miles. I'd quite like to have stopped there after an hour and a half. Actually, until I do remember that episode. Do we all turn into Victor Meldrew? Oh, this is one for you, Michael. Here's a posh looking ID3. Oh, it's not an ID3, It's a Cupra Born. An ID3 in nice clothes. But with a gold grill at the front. We'll take your T-Bay though over Shap. You would make T-Bay though over Shap. Would you make T-Bay though over Shap? I don't know. I've just passed T-Bay. Electric line. T-Bay's behind me. I think. Yeah. Join lane to go to work. Gary Smith, good morning. I always avoid Penrith. It would be handy. Oh, what have I done now? I've tapped the wrong thing. Hang on. There we go. Sorry. I see what you said. Handy for a charge, but my mother-in-law lives there and has to walk past Booze to get into town. Oh wow, Gary. I've never heard that before. Cupra Born does mostly look better than RD3, agree. Don't care for the coppery brass. No, I don't either. T-Bone, that's Cambridge. Oh right, okay, yeah, I'm getting them mixed up there. So Cambridge has got new superchargers, ultra rapid chargers rather. Yes, I'm getting my services mixed up. Miles to go, 96 on the gasometer. Still at 12. I think it might have done actually when I came back from Leicester. I think it went turkey mode at 5%. Or was it 3? Can't remember. It was hydrogen powered. Okay. Yeah, he's a long way because Penrith is before T-Bay, isn't it? Of course it is. What am I on about? Yeah. I looked at T-Bay, but it was a little bit too far. Well, it was out of range. It was 198 or something. I know it would make T-Bay. So Penrith it is. BCA. Something in quality. The word quality and British car auctions don't really go together. I don't know what the other word says. That was on that van. You all know how I feel about British car auctions. I think this is Shap, isn't it? This is the we're getting near Shap, the high point in Cumbria. Right, quite a climb that was. 90 miles on the gasometer, 82 to go. It's dropped down to 8 miles. But I think it sort of levels out now a little bit and I'll start to drop again. What a stunning scenery, folks. Absolutely gorgeous. Little pockets of mist in the valleys. In the valleys. all 40 of you for watching. This is a bit. Thank you for watching, 40 of you. Do appreciate it. And yeah, if you've just joined, there's some Orkney fudge on offer. Look back through the chat. Service is 3 miles. Those turbines don't seem to be moving. Here, look, here's an interesting gantry signage. Soft tyres waste fuel. They certainly do. Mr. Lorry driver's nodding off. So if you're doing any EV trip, make sure your tyre pressures are set correctly. What is he doing? It's now 80 miles to go, 90 on the gong, so it's increased, you see. It was at 8 miles difference, it's now 10 miles. Abington, I've stayed at Abington a number of times. Abington services at the Days Inn, they've got loads of charges. They haven't got any destination charges, which is a bit of a shame. So if you do stay at the hotel, you've got a rapid charge and obviously move the car after it's up to like 90%. But Abington's a nice stop off if you're going north as well. Stop there many times. So again, going down the hill, the gasometer at 51% is saying 91 miles and I've got 79 to go. So it's now got up to 11 miles difference, 12 miles difference again. Abington services on your left. But we're pushing on for another 78.5 miles to Booths in Penrith. 78 miles to go, 91 on the gasometer. Got 12 miles in hand. No, 13. Okay. Qashqai e-power. There's some horror stories about the batteries in there. It's a bit like a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Yeah. Very overly complicated vehicles, plug-in hybrids. Just go for a straight full EV. Thanks for the likes, folks. 40 now. Appreciate that. It helps with YouTube and the algorithm. I've been to the middle of Abington is now to my left. You can't see it, but I've been there to there's a Charge Place Scotland charger there next to post office with the coffee shop. I think I went to Abington a few times and the rapids weren't working when they were being upgraded, and so I ended up going to the village, which is only like a mile down the road. And those were the days where you always had a plan B, contingency, if you were really pushing it on the range like I am today. But with Abington now having lots and lots of evergreen rapids as well as 2 grid serves, There's lots of choice. Cumbria's got a lot to offer as well, hasn't it? What's this called Cumbria? Cumbrian border. Model Y. Rear wheel drive. Hasn't got the dual motor on the back badge. I don't want one in white though. There seems to be so many in white. Booths is about a mile away here. Commuter branch line, thank you. Well, thanks for watching. A mile away from here in Ulverston. Okay. Zap Map is saying booths charges are currently in use, so just so you know. Well, I know, but yeah, I'm glad they're in use because it means they're working. And I'll just form a bit of an orderly queue. I'm not going to be there till 10 to 12. So they're in use, that's great. That's a range, you've slowed down a bit. Right, hello Martin, you're back. 48%, 86 miles on the gun. It is 3 degrees. Showing 73.5 miles to go. So 73 to 86. 73, 83. I'm 13 miles in hand, Martin. So yeah, just backing off just a bit. Just to see how the range goes. I'm in no rush. I'm sitting here at 56 miles an hour behind this lorry. When I get a bit closer, I might pick up the speed a bit, I don't know. But I'm in no rush. I just want to see whether I get there with, my prediction is 10 miles left. And this is, the point of this is just to prove that a 115,000 mile Renault Zoe is still capable of doing a big long stretch of motorway driving. The battery is not goosed. The battery is not ready for landfill. It's okay. And it's not the summer, we haven't got warm temperatures. He's drafting. Done that once every 3 times. I don't know what's Go for it, mate. Go for it now. Safe driving. I will. Thank you. What a beautiful morning. Look at the mist on them hills. The turbines are not moving. I think we've got big high pressure, haven't we, sat over the UK, which means we get nice fair weather, clear skies and no wind. Well, that will change. So will be doing well. For 49 people of you watching, I really appreciate it. Yesterday I had a couple of guys, one is called the Rouge one and I can't remember his proper name, and another gentleman whose name I can't remember, who on this live stream gave me £5 each for a coffee. And I obliged last night. I didn't have a coffee, I had a nice big bottle of cider before I went to bed. But I didn't know that ability was up. That isn't a, no, I'm not fishing for any money or anything like that, but just thanking those two people that voluntarily gave me £5 each yesterday for this drivel. It's not Tesla Bjorn standard, I know, but hey, it's the UK, it's a high mileage Renault Zoe. You'll be on the downhill soon. Thank you, Martin. Royal Navy bomb disposal. He's a long way from any water, isn't he? Royal Navy bomb disposal. Of course, the Army have got bomb disposal, haven't they? Royal Navy. Just look at that. Who needs to go abroad when you've got scenery like this? Checkpoint. I think I got pulled in there once for a check when I had a trailer. There was nothing wrong. I think I got checked there once. I love the way the mist hangs around the top of the trees. I'm just trying to find out what causes that, whether it's streams of water. Dual motor Model Y 72 plate. Says the money is going to Spain in a few weeks. Yeah, well it is stunning, isn't it? It's, yeah. The bit of Spain we're going to is very dry, and around Valencia they grow a lot of tomatoes all year round. And it's just like miles and miles and miles of polytunnels, greenhouses. The whole of the hillside is just full of polythene and plastic. It doesn't look the best. But then, you know, rest of Europe demands tomatoes and lettuces, strawberries all year round, don't we? So yeah, we're going to Spain for the warmer temperatures primarily, and a different change of scenery. Right, 68 miles to go, 80 on the gone, 12 in hand. As someone's just said, it's going to be downhill soon. Here we go, this is the downhill bit, I remember this bit. Yeah, downhill now, we're going to get some more. Going to get some electrons coming down here, folks, easing off, and if not regenning, the car will recalculate that we need less energy to move it to maintain this speed, so it recalculates. At the minute it's saying 80 miles. Oh, it's now saying 81. Catching up with the lorry, bit of regen, and it get ahead again. Are your eyes fit for driving? Yes, I've just had an eye test. $82 miles. Full the car. Got 2 more miles range. Now 15-mile buffer. See, I only do this when I'm not with Mrs. P, because if Mrs. P was with me now, she would not be happy. Worked in Gibraltar for a while. Do truck drivers mind being drafted? Well, I don't know. Can't do much about it, can you? I'm not allowed to be on the road. Then it goes uphill once again. Andalusia in March. If your eyes aren't good enough, how would you read the sign? That's true, Martin. Are your eyes good enough? I don't know. Couldn't read it. Or you wouldn't be able to say that, would you? If your eyes weren't good enough, you wouldn't be able to read it, and you wouldn't be able to answer. Yeah. We're going down a hill. Welcome to Dumfries and Galloway. Three miles on the gone, 65 to go. What's that? 13, 65, 75, no, 18 miles. Mental maths is a bit... our retired optician here. Oh, hello Martin. In fact, I went for an eye test 2 weeks ago, new glasses, Martin, and my mum suffers from macular degeneration, where the back of the retina goes all ripply. And I went for an eye test, and I've got the very early stages of macular degeneration. I'm 61. It was picked up by my optician, who were brilliant in Kirkwall. Yeah, so just a sign of getting old, which is a bit depressing. But the new glasses are fantastic. Yeah, sorry Martin, didn't want to talk work, but the whole macular thing is just a bit of a wake-up call that you're not getting any younger. My mum's 80, she's 81 in April, and she's still driving, and it's been maintained. She has injections in her eyeball at the local hospital, and that's stabilised it. And she still sees to read, and I think when she gets tired it all goes a bit ripply. It's alright. What's your nutrition? Yeah, I didn't know that. So I don't eat a lot of meat. My wife's a veggie, but my optician said eat more greens like broccoli and watercress that's rich in iron. But we already do eat quite a lot of salads. But my wife, who's an ex-nurse, did say I'd have to eat watercress by the bucketful. So it's just my general diet, he said. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Vitamin B3. Yeah, she's already got me on some vitamins as well. She ordered that, some multivitamins with that B3 in. B3 niacin. Okay. I don't eat a lot. I'm not a massive fan of fudge. I give it away, but it's take it or leave it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to eat more salads, more greens. I do like watercress. I do like that quite irony, tart taste on the tongue of watercress, which is rich in, it's iron, isn't it? It's rich in iron. She's got wet macular degeneration, injections of wet room where you can buy supplements on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's got wet. Michael. That's because the internet's listening to the conversation. It's just reminded you to go to the opticians. How much do they know about what we're talking about? We've done that. We've spoke about random things, and the very next day or the same day we get an advert pop up on Facebook and social media feeds for the stuff we were talking about. Yeah, clever but scary as well. But isn't that the whole point of advertising? You know, we only want to see adverts that appeal to us, and advertisers are prepared to pay a premium to put their advert in front of you that they think is relevant to you. So sort of a service in a way, and a good way to spend their advertising revenue funds. I mean, I don't want to be bombarded with adverts about women's makeup, but I might want to be told about the latest offers from a car manufacturer, or I'm not going to say bladder problems, or, you know, men of my age getting their prostate checked, etc. So yeah, sort of internet listening in on conversations is, I don't think it's a bad thing. The Internet of Things. Right, 42%, 84 miles on the gone, 60 miles exactly to go. Wowzers, 24 in hand. See, my mum maths is not that bad. 24 miles in hand, folks. 60 to go, 84 on the gone. And that's why it's called a gom, a guess-o-meter, in French and Nissans. Yeah, I will probably get adverts now for macular degeneration. It comes all the time. Is the Zoe the best cheap second-hand EV to buy at the moment? If you can get one like this for £5,000, then yes, great value. Watch one of my videos from Shoreham Vehicle Auctions down south. They have a lot of sales from Mobilise Financial Services, which is the financial arm of Nissan and Renault, and there's been some really cheap ZE50 Zoes going through there. This sort of age with sensible miles of, you know, 20-30,000, they're going for around £7,500. So yeah, I think the Zoe is a good used buy, especially if it's got rapid charging fitted. Again, watch my video, that will highlight the bonkers fact that Renault did not fit rapid charging CCS as standard on the 50 kilowatt Zoe. Yeah, lots of people have been caught out, and dealers, thinking a Zoe's really cheap, buying it, and then finding out it hasn't got rapid charging fitted. And you can't retrofit DC rapid charging. Well, you could, but it would be prohibitively expensive. It would involve removing most of the front of the car, fitting a new wiring loom, charge ports, the onboard charge being upgraded. It just wouldn't be economically viable. In my personal view, if you don't ever rapid charge, buy one with a rapid charging anyway, because when you come to sell it, I can almost guarantee the person who's going to buy that used car off you, used Zoe, will want to have one with rapid charging fitted. So even if you don't need it now, future-proof yourself for when you come to sell it or part exchange it. Like this Zoe, for instance, on Orkney, I'd perfectly get by driving around Orkney for years without ever rapid charging it, because Orkney is only 70 miles long by 30 miles wide. So I'd never do 180 miles in a day on Orkney without, you know, stopping and being at home. But I'd still want one with CCS rapid charging for when I come to sell it. For when I'm deciding to drive from Orkney to Leicester to give it to my mum. Yeah. Budget wise, yeah, and Leaf, there's some 40 kilowatt hour Leafs that are the same sort of price range. The only thing with Leaf is it's got CHAdeMO DC rapid charging, and there are less CHAdeMO rapid chargers about, more CCS to be honest. That's the effect of dropping down from Petrol Summit. Yeah. .9 miles per kilowatt hour, folks. That's a combination of those roadworks and coming down from the summit and just backing off to, you know, 56, 55, 56 miles an hour. Tiredness can kill, take a break. Services 3 miles. Got, folks, a 28-mile buffer now, 55 to go, 82 on the gasometer, 40% battery left. Saying I'm going to get there. It's 11:52. It's now 11:02. So 50 minutes. 50 minutes to Booths. Annandale Water. Been there a few times. Test your eyesight is fit to drive. Yes. So this is Johnston Bridge. Whenever you charge up there, there's always these geese wandering around the car park. Well, there was. We used to have 2 Ecotricity Rapids. water. It's got a weird toilet system. You walk into the toilets and it's like a one-way system. You walk in one way and you have to walk out a different door. Bit weird. Yeah, it's Johnston Bridge or Annandale Water Services. Why don't they call it Johnston Services? I always call it Johnston Services. Johnston Bridge. I suppose Johnston Bridge Services would be a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Annandale Water, excuse me. Where the geese come up and say hello to you in the car park. Right, 80 miles on the gasometer, 52 to go. In my man maths, that's 28 miles buffer. Let's pick it up a little bit, just for a change of scenery. Coming up behind. 50 miles to go, 78 left, 28 in hand. Who's going to be eating the fudge? I think EV Mike said 25 and I basically said don't be daft. I thought it was going to be 10. But maybe EV Mike might be correct. In a minute, it's 28 miles in hand. But I have picked the speed up. Hardly a breath of wind. Look, there's some chimney there, look, and the smoke. Hope it's steam. It's just going straight up. There is not a breath of wind. That's all the turbines are working. Straight up. There's nothing. It's only moving around, I think, because of there's just no air moving at all. Bizarre. See that often. Straight. Is that a cereal factory? I can't remember. Is it Cement Works? Can't smell anything yet. imagine with that chimney being so high, that's pretty noxious stuff. That's not going to be steam then, is it? Well, I'm thinking of down near Kettering, there's a factory at the side of the road. That's definitely Weetabix. Perhaps I'm getting mixed up with Kettering. What is it? Does anybody know what this place is on the left? Let's have a look, see if anybody's said what it is. No, nobody said what this place is. Works unit. What is it then? I can't see a sign on the. It's not actually telling me what it is. I don't know. Is it? It could be cement, I think. Something in the outside conveyor belts. Mind you, said that. Weetabix, if you let that dry in your bowl, that becomes like concrete, doesn't it? Fractured burning from locals. Missed that one, I'm sorry. The Weetabix factory is burning like not Kettering. Okay. Oh, it's a biomass. Biomass in Lancashire. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Hence the reason for the tall chimney stack there, if it's biomass. Nasty stuff coming out the top. When you think of biomass, they're going to have to bring in stuff to burn. You get wood chips, don't you? You get like biomass, as in methane and old food and stuff like that, old foodstuffs to create methane and gas to burn. You're going to transport it there in the first place. Is that true? It's not like you can pipe biomass to a power station like that, can you? Maybe by rail or road. "45 miles to go, 70 miles left, 25 in hand." Got to pick the pace up a bit. It says I'll get there in 5 to 12. From the sawmill, right. Very lucky with the weather, JP. It's gorgeous, isn't it? ignoring your comments. It's just that the sun is so bright, I'm struggling to read anything on the screen. There's also a connection with Jenkinsons, who do bog and compost. You see their trucks everywhere. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Gretna, 14 miles. We're back. First time we lost signal. 33%, 66 miles. What's 3 66s? 120, 112. Come on, 3 6s are 18. 178. No, 100 and... Oh, come on. What's 3 66s? 2 60/60s is 2 60s 120 plus another 60s 180 plus 18 198 at 33% is the guesstimated range. 33% is a third of the battery. That's my thinking. So 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, it's doing alright. 200 yards, inside lane is short. Oh, somebody didn't realise. Walloped all the cones. Oh dear. Somebody wasn't concentrating. This looks like another summit up here as well. I hope this is okay streaming wise, folks. All I can see is virtually a black screen because of the sun. Okay, yeah, thank you. My bad maths. I did lose a signal for a bit, but it came back. DPD lorries, along with other trucks. They haven't got these wing mirrors anymore. They've just got these little cameras that stick out on stalks. Obviously helps with the efficiency, aero. Let's get past this transporter. All at 41 and 42 psi. Perfect. Still at 3.9 miles per kilometre. So far today, I think the trip will actually. Oh no, it's doing a combined because I cancelled it. Yeah. So it's 252. That might have been from. Yeah, that was from 252 miles. Was from Skier Services, I think. It's like a very lopsided tank on the back of this army truck. Is it a tank? No, it's one of those off-road things. Same colour. Cool, I bet that doesn't do many more to the kilowatt to the gallon. Tyre off them tyres. Close to England with some roadworks, more roadworks. 600 yards. Sir. fancy a job on the motorway. They do take their lives in their hands, don't these guys? Always repainting the lines. And arrows on the road. Not the job I fancy. Services in 2 miles. Is this T-Bay? I think it might be. Against a bit or something. Welcome break, 1 mile KFC. No, it's not T-Bay. Oh, you see, it's so long since I've been down here doing this sort of thing. I forgot. Oh, it's Gretna. Of course it is. Gretna Green. Yeah, stopped there a few times. Not as often. I used to avoid it, to be honest, because the Ecotricity Rapids, when it was Ecotricity, weren't that reliable. Now obviously they've got Evergreen and Tesla's superchargers and Ionity at the petrol station. But back in the day there was 2 rapid chargers that weren't that reliable, so I used to avoid it. I'm talking back in the day when with an Ecotricity card these rapids were free to use for many years. Got a lot to be thankful for with what Dale Vince did with Ecotricity. It really did help kickstart the whole EV thing. Again, just ignoring his politics and his veganism. So yeah, Range Rover drivers all seem to be a little bit true. That's great, yeah. Again, not the nicest services, Gretna. It really does need a revamp. It's, yeah, always busy. Not the nicest place to visit. Not like T-Bay. 30 miles to go, folks. 56 on the gone. Got 26 in hand. Should get there 3 minutes to 12, which is basically 30 minutes. So if you've been watching this morning, thank you for watching. Another 30 minutes to find out who has got the closest guess for the Orkney Fudge. Don't say I don't give you something back. Good job we haven't got a dentist on here. He'll probably tell me it's bad for your teeth. A little bit of what you fancy does you good. Moderation in all things. Moderate in your drink, moderate in your food, moderate in your sweet chocolates and stuff. Right, we're at 27%. When we get to 25%, I'm going to do the times 4 thing. Welcome to England, Cumbria. And I guess the other side says, welcome to Scotland. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Of course it does. I think, is it that big sign now on my right? No? is the border. Mind you, still part of the United Kingdom. There's no passport control yet, is there, to get into Scotland? Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. I've seen it many times. Which one is it? No, just signs for grit. It's got to be this one, surely. Mumbling. Oh, Todd Hills, yeah. Missed the races, yeah, I do as well actually. No, it is, it's a shame. Good old days. We like to reminisce about the old days, don't we? Enters England, loses signal figures. Yeah, Mark, I do miss the drive with James because there's not really a challenge anymore. He could drive faster and I could drive slower, and Sue's got the best efficiency, but this is just a bit boring, isn't it? It was entertaining when I didn't know whether I'd make it or not, and I'd plug it in through people's cafe windows with a granny cable, or James got to the destination like an hour before I did. Yeah, the races were good in the day. But I'm glad you enjoyed them. In fact, I watched one a couple of months ago just to reminisce how young I looked, and sitting in a leaf with a hat, scarf and gloves on. And James was boasting he was having the heater on because he was stopping more often at Polar Rapids because he had a Polar account, and I just stuck with Ecotricity. Yeah, they were good times, they were. And a good laugh. And that time we drove 2 Red Leaf up to wherever. I think it was Aberdeen. And no, we delivered one, that's right, and I carried on. And I made out I had worse efficiency because I had a boot full of potted plants. Yeah. There was a reason why he beat me. I was carrying more weight than he was. Todd Hills, left and right. So someone's just kindly said that they're putting Tesla superchargers in here. Let's have a quick gander. Used to be past. Costa's looking rough. Well, it used to be a eatery, didn't it? On the other side, oh no, the other side, look, Costa's disappeared. Right. Can't see it for the lorry, but I believe you. Somebody said there's some superchargers going in at Todd Hills. Was it Pizza Hut? I think it was a Pizza Hut, wasn't it? But there was a shiny new Costa sign, so maybe it's been done up by Pizza. No, it was a Costa last time I went. Right, 25%, 53 on the gom. Now even I can work that out. 4 53s. Well, 4 50s is 200, and 3 243 is a 12. 212 possible miles range. Probably till it actually runs out, I'd have 212. According to this guessometer. And it's just switched over to 24%. So yeah, I'm going to say 200 mile range. And that means, well, I've been averaging 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. 23.6 miles to go. 52 on the gone. 23, 33, 43, 53, it's 52, 29 miles. Buffer. Tell you what, once you do hit England, the traffic definitely builds up. There is now more vehicles on the road. And I do find people drive in England more aggressively than in Scotland, I have to say. And that said, as an Englishman living in Scotland. Saab 95, they died before their time, didn't they? Saab. Used to work at a Saab garage. Oh, hang on. On the southbound side, only 48p. Nice. Testers at Gretna Retail northbound as well. Oh, thanks, Martin. Got the Vauxhall Astra electric behind me. The grille looks all covered in, but there's a grille underneath, and she's sat behind me. So I'm guessing it's an EV. And if you're in a Stellantis car, you're going to definitely be worried about range. This is a Gretna Retail part northbound as well. I just read that sometime. Expected to drop a bit more due to temperature, but so pretty efficiency. Okay, thanks, Philip. Watch back and see what percentage JP is behind a lorry. 50 miles to go. 20 miles to go, 50 in hand. I've got 30 miles in hand. I'm going to get there at 12 o'clock. 20 minutes to go. Right. Let's burn through some electrons. Come on. No messing now. sign. It's a road sign. Can't read the messages. Too much sun in my eyes. Sorry, folks. Practice when you get a Y. I don't know why they make him so efficient. I think it's the drive line drag. Yeah, lasted 2 weeks, Rockety. It's the efficiency on EVs. It's not just the aerodynamics. It's the drivetrain. How efficient is the motor? How efficient is the reduction gearbox? The drive shafts, just the whole package of efficiency. It's mechanical as well as aerodynamic. And the Koreans just seem to have mechanical efficiency sorted, whereas you can make your EVs as aerodynamic as possible, but if the mechanical drag is there, it's just not efficient. And I get that with Stellantis cars. They're just not mechanically very efficient. When did you last hear of a Stellantis owner saying, "Oh, I was getting 5 miles per kilowatt hour out of my Mach-E"? It just doesn't happen. But you'll hear that all the time from Hyundai or Kia owners, because it's just an achievable thing. Like now, in this Zoe, I'm averaging 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and I'm in my eco mode. I'm trying to eke it out so I get to Penrith. Now, if I was in my e-Nero, honestly, folks, I'll be hitting nearly 5 miles per kilowatt hour. Easily an extra 1 mile per kilowatt hour I'll be getting in efficiency. And the e-Nero is a big SUV. I'd say it's probably not as aero as this. This is pretty aero, but it's the whole package. It's the mechanical drag that contributes to the efficiency of any EV. Even the Ioniq 5 looks great. Got massive tyres on it. They're humongously wide, but it's still really quite efficient. Imagine if you get an Ioniq 5 with really thin, tall, narrow tyres, a bit like on an i3. Imagine what efficiency you'd get out of the Ioniq 5 if it had narrow, tall tyres on it. It'd be unbelievable. I'm not a fan of big, fat, wide tyres. I'm really not. I don't see the point. They're expensive. You can curb them easier and puncture them easier. They'll give a harsher ride, particularly on the Model Y and the Model 3. It's more of a crashy ride with 20-inch tyres, wheels. You get a softer ride with a taller, fatter tyre, taller, thinner tyre. Yeah. See, the days of 0 to 60, it's like a thing of the past now. We just want efficiency, don't we? We just want it to be super efficient. See the answers on the text, it's too bright in my eyes again. There's a lorry with Woodland Group. I wonder if that's something to do with that biomass place. You recare, you reconnect, you redeliver. Maybe not. 17%, 36 miles left, 12 miles to go. What's that? What's 36 minus 12? 36, 26, 24 miles in hand. Southweight services, again, not my most favourite services. Got a walkway over the top here. There it is. A bit grotty. Stop there if I really have to. Oh, I sound like a snob, don't I? Southweight services, not the most salubrious. Stop there a few times. To charge, particularly northbound side, I seem to remember. Yeah. Colleague has an E208. I couldn't fit it now. I think it looked great, but because I'm 6'4", just the steering wheel on the Peugeot E208, so my knees fit under the steering wheel and I'm not in a giving birth position, and then I can't see the dash, and if I pull the steering wheel down so I can see the dashboard, I couldn't turn the steering wheel because my knees were in the way. And I adjusted the seat for height. It was just, for me, 6'4", ergonomically very uncomfortable, which is a shame because I think the outside of the car looked great. Nice Wendy. There you go. Oh, that's your work colleague. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, when I did a review of the demo reflex Peugeot E208, I was shocked how poor the efficiency was, and I tried everything. I thought there was something wrong with the car. I think I struggled to get over 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. It was rubbish. Really, really poor. The dashboard and the control were a nightmare to try and work out. Just to try and turn on the heating or the fan, to go through several layers of menus. It was just, yeah. It was all fluff and no substance. And as regards the rear seat, if I had my seat exactly where I wanted it, literally there was about an inch between the back of my seat and the front edge of the rear passenger seat. An inch. A small child with narrow spindly legs could not sit behind me. It was basically a two-seater, even though it was a four-door with 4 seats. It was a two-seater car when I was driving it. It felt like the design department at Peugeot had got the design out, and then the people that make it just rushed it out the door. Quite shockingly bad. %, 32 on the gong. Imagine that if that was 10% of 32, it'd be 320 miles, wouldn't it? Yeah, wife has an E2A. It looks good on the outside, but too small, too low for me. It's 6'3". Exactly, Philip. Exactly. It's exactly what I found. Looks good on the outside, too small on the inside. Ridiculous. And did you have the same trouble getting the steering wheel correct so you can see the dashboard? And it wasn't. You take it out of eco mode into sport, I couldn't tell any difference. It wasn't any quicker. The regen was awful. The only thing I liked was it looked great. Rear 3/4, front 3/4, side profile, the front, the back. It looked great. Everything else was rubbish. And people often say, you wouldn't pay me to have one. I wouldn't have one if you paid me. In the case of the Peugeot, that would be true. I wouldn't have one if somebody paid me, because I wouldn't be able to use it. It would just be a giant paperweight sat on my drive.
Prepare to take exit 40 on the left and follow the A592 towards Penrith.
I will. 7 miles to go. 30 on the gasometer. Get away from charging so much of these cars, yeah, I agree. Oh, long range, Model Y long range, nice. Wow. Nice. See, the Model Y is a big SUV, and yet they can get 4 miles per kilowatt hour without trying. If you really try, you'll get 5 miles per kilowatt hour out of it. Try doing that in a Stellantis car, which is smaller and probably lighter. It's just not as efficient. I think Stellantis are going to be in trouble soon if they don't sort out their act. The Koreans and the Chinese and Tesla are going to dominate the market in years to come. Mark my words. Skoda Volkswagen as well, not entirely without blame. Okay, your ID3 has improved since you've had a V2 3.2 over-the-air update. Mid-4s. Nice. Yeah, again, the software, you see. What were Volkswagen thinking? Well, I think they rushed the ID3. You know, you'd think they'd get the software sorted out before they went to market, wouldn't you? Just from a PR point of view. And the amount it must have cost them to get them back to dealers to plug in software to update it. Yeah. In this day and age, products like vehicles, electric vehicles, should be tested to destruction to know exactly what works and what doesn't. Or give it to EV drivers. Give your new car, your new model, to not people in white laboratory coats that work for your company, that will probably be yes men. Give it to real people that drive, that will give you feedback. Oh well, we don't want people to know what we don't want our competitors to know what our latest model is, blah blah blah. Yeah. I'll get somebody to sign a non-disclosure agreement and send them round in a camouflaged EV. get them to really drive it. Promise not to spill the beans, but yeah. Real drivers, real experiences. Talk to drivers what they want. They want efficiency. When you get into EVs, it's not all style, it's substance. So what's under the skin is what they get passionate and nerdy about. Yeah, all I can read is good deals on the Stellantis cars, but we're trying to get rid of them. They give away the Corsair with a Happy Meal, yeah. Now there's see the BMW iX, I don't get that really. It's quite nice bottom, but the front is, man is it ugly. Yeah. He's driving a bit erratically as well. Turning off for Penrith in 1.7 miles. Service is 17. I think it's T-Bay. I've got 26 on the gong. 17 to T-Bay. Don't tempt me. No, I'm going to Penrith because my bladder is calling.
Prepare to take exit 40 on the left and follow the A592 towards Penrith.
Right, we're doing it. Right folks, I'm at 11% with 26 miles on the gong. That's a projected 250 mile range if it gets to 10%.
Take exit 40 on the left and follow the A592 towards Penrith.
My e-Nero is in the garage. I have the Nero courtesy card with common surprise only if it is. Yeah, it is. I agree. Seems some real Stellantis cheerleaders, so sad, yeah, I know. Right, okay, yeah, he's through 2008. See, I like fully charged. Robert Llewellyn is great to work with, but sometimes these big YouTube
Take the
channels,
exit on the left.
they're just backslapping these manufacturers, and you just got to be honest, folks. If a product's rubbish, say it how it is. It's rubbish. Regen. B mode. B. Back into D. Tiny bit of brake. There we go. 25 miles range, 11%. 3/4 of a mile to go.
Leave the roundabout at the first exit,
No.
then leave the roundabout at the second exit.
The question here is, when you want the toilet, and I've said the word, and I do I pull in, faff about and put it on charge and then run to the loo, or park up, run to the loo, come back and find out the space is gone?
Leave the roundabout at the second exit.
That is the dilemma. Because when I stand up, the bladder wants to do its thing. If there's none free, that's fine, I've got loads of time. But if there's one free, I'm going to get my debit card out ready. Debit card ready. both debit cards ready in case one don't work. Thank you. Right.
After 300 yards, leave the roundabout at the first exit.
The charger can be a faff. And no. Park and what? I can't see you. What do you say? Park,
Leave
charge
the
and
roundabout
relax.
at the first exit.
Yeah, but
Then leave the roundabout at the second exit.
Park and come back and charge. Toilet, park. Park, toilet, come back to charge. Let's just see. Let's just see. Booth. Well, I've done quite well there. Left at 9 o'clock.
Leave the roundabout
I've
at
gone
the second
3
exit.
hours.
Then you will arrive at your destination on the left.
3 hours without a low brake. That is pretty impressive for me. I'm 61 years young. And
Your destination is located on the left.
I know it is. Right. Any free? Oh, QTS. ID buzz. Nice. Let's go in the proper way. Have we got anything free? Yay, we have. Right. What? Sneak in here quick. Oh, 2 new intervals. Nice. I like it. Right then. Here we go, folks. Right. Hide my camera on display. Got my cards, got my wallet. I'm going to stay here and let you watch me faff around with the charger. Oh, there you go. How easy is that? Oh, what did he get here with? Got here with 25 miles left and 11%. Right then, I'll just show you guys. Just plugged in 11%, 24 miles left. I'm sitting down so I'm safe. I'm going for something to eat. I'll probably be back. He's saying an hour and 45 minutes to charge. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to go for something to eat. I will end this and I will restart it later. All right. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you later.